Greetings from Hjorth Road Park, spelled Hjorth. I hope I got the pronunciation correct. I'm here today for the SX Cup final games. My daughter's team will be playing for the third place against WYSA Lakers. Hjorth Road Park was named after historic Hjorth Road, now 104 Avenue, which took its name from Hans Christian Hjorth, a Norwegian fisherman who settled in the area in 1885. The land for the first portions of the park was acquired by the city in 1980, but the majority of the park was not established until the late 80s. Hjorth Road Park boasts over 7 hectares, 19 acres of active parkland with multiple amenities to enjoy, including 2 artificial turf fields, 4 softball diamonds, grass soccer fields, playground, and an outdoor pool. During these soccer games, I get to explore my environment, and today I also get to test out my new Tamron 18-400 zoom lens. The few shots I've tried so far with this lens show that it is sharp at the 400mm focal length, unlike my other 38-300mm Nikon lens. So for sure, I will be keeping this Tamron 18-400mm lens. Today, I will be sharing an article I posted on my Facebook profile a while back. I promised myself that I will turn those articles to videos. Enjoy the article from 2018 with slight adjustments for clarity purposes with the footage from Hjorth Road Park. Thanks for watching. This article is titled "Looking is Not Seeing" and was inspired by an event around body lotion and conversation that transpired between my wife, my daughter, and me. I'd asked my wife to buy me body lotion, and the dialogue went like this. Note, 2 of my AI assistants will be the voice of my daughter and wife. Darling, did you buy the body lotion for me?
Yes, I did. Ask your daughter. I asked her to give it to you.
Didi, that is my daughter. Where is the body lotion that Mom bought for me?
I put it in the bathroom for you.
Initially, I felt like saying, "Are you sure?" But changed my mind and went back to check the bathroom. And lo and behold, it was right there beside the one that had finished. Just to confirm that I wasn't seeing things, I went back to my daughter. Didi, did you put this lotion in the bathroom this morning or last night?
I put it there last night.
I wanted to confirm if she had put it there in the morning because I had gone to the bathroom earlier and I did see the old lotion which had finished, but did not see the new one right beside it. Yes, I was looking, but did not see. This jolted me, and I had to do a conversation with self on why I did not see the lotion when it was in plain sight, and the response came. A few weeks ago, my wife had told me that she will no longer buy body lotion with lockdown pumps, but buy regular ones with caps because you can't really get out all the lotion from those pump mechanism except if you have the time to cut them open. This must have in a way registered in my subconscious mind and caused me not to see clearly. And as Seneca said, the eyes will not see when the heart, subconscious mind, wishes them to be blind. Yes, looking is not seeing. Just because you are looking does not mean you are seeing. I I guess I now have to take seriously the seeing exercises suggested by photographer Ben Long. I came across Ben Long when I took photography as a serious hobby. And I got really fascinated with cameras because I believe whoever invented the camera understands the workings of the mind. And this is one area I love talking about. Photography is all about working with the lights. And if one can master this, you will master the art of photography. Though the scene exercises shared by Ben Long is for improving photography, I believe it is applicable to daily life activities, and you might find it useful as well. It is a long read, but well worth it if you desire seeing clearer. One of the trickiest things about exercising and developing your sense of seeing is that you actually use your eyes all day long for other things. You spend your days looking. So trying to get to that next step of seeing can be complicated because there is not really a physically different thing that you can do. I think the best way to learn to see better is experience. And obviously that means practice. But it also means knowing what it feels like when you are really seeing. If you can force yourself into a position of seeing and pay attention to what that feels like, then you will likely have an easier time getting back into that space, or at least recognizing when you are in it or out of it. Now, there are a couple of curious exercises that you can do that will put you into a place of seeing. They will deactivate your brain's assumptions about what's before you and allow you to actually see what's before you. First one is pretty simple. Sometime when you are out walking down the street, fix your eyes forward in the distance and don't move them. Choose something off to the side and try to discern as much detail on that thing as you can without actually turning your eyes to look at it. In other words, use only your peripheral visions. Now, as you continue to walk forward towards the subject, it will move further into your periphery, but keep trying to see as much detail on it as you can. When you finally get up to that thing, take a look at it for real. Look at it directly and feel free to move your eyes about it and study it. You'll probably find that details on it really pop and appear distinct, that you really notice things that maybe when you get up there, you'll think, wow, I hadn't noticed before that it's got this texture on it, or this screws on it, or whatnot. At that point, you are really seeing. You have gotten your brain to get out of the way and let you see what's really there. Now, this next one is a little weirder and it can be embarrassing. You probably want to do this one by yourself. Sometimes just in your house, in your room, wherever, walk around the room. Spend about 5 minutes doing this. Point at things and name them the wrong thing. And I mean, speak the name out loud. So you might point at something and say, hammer. Point at another thing and say, blender. And it's not a hammer or a blender. Don't worry about what names you are saying. You are going to go through categories of objects. You get stuck in kitchen appliances and farm animals and things like that. Don't worry about that. Do that for about 5 minutes. Stop and then look around the room. you will probably have a very different visual experience of the room. Some people think that they see depth more clearly. Personally, I feel like I see outlines around everything. I don't know why that happens. I think that what's going on is your brain is making an assumption about something. When you name it the wrong thing, it's kind of having to go back and look at it again, and then you are into a really strong seeing space. Another very simple exercise you can do is simply sit down and draw something that's in front of you. Drawing puts you in a very intense visual space, and very often if you just spend 5 or 10 minutes doing this before you go out shooting, you're going to find that you're really more cognizant of depth and line and many of the other compositional techniques that we'll be looking at. The last paragraph of the quote on the drawing exercise is more directed at shooting, but can be used for other scenarios, though I have not tried it. Let me know what you think. The more we practice, the more we improve and go beyond looking at the obvious things that anyone out there can see, and from there begin to see beyond the obvious. Thanks for your time and have a wonderful day. Bye.